The Israel-Palestine conflict is one of the most enduring and complex disputes in modern history. While much of the contemporary narrative revolves around political, territorial and cultural issues, the origins of the conflict can be traced back to ancient biblical times. This script will explore the roots of the conflict as recorded in the Bible, provide a chronology of key events, and explain why, according to biblical prophecy, the war is destined to continue for centuries. Before we start, please take a few seconds and subscribe to this channel. The origins of the Israel-Palestine conflict are deeply rooted in the story of Abraham, a patriarch revered in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. According to the Bible, God made a covenant with Abraham, promising him numerous descendants and the land of Canaan, modern-day Israel and Palestine, as an everlasting possession. In Genesis 12:1-3, God calls Abraham to leave his homeland and promises to make him a great nation. The Lord had said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." Genesis 12:1-3 NIV. However, Abraham had two sons, Ishmael born to his wife's maidservant Hagar, and Isaac born to his wife Sarah. The Bible records that God's covenant would be established through Isaac, the son of promise, Genesis 17:19-21. Ishmael, however, would also become the father of a great nation, Genesis 21:13. The descendants of Isaac, the Israelites, and the descendants of Ishmael, traditionally associated with the Arab peoples, have been in conflict ever since. The Bible records that the land of Canaan was promised to the descendants of Abraham through Isaac. In the book of Joshua, the Israelites, under Joshua's leadership, conquered the land of Canaan after their exodus from Egypt, Joshua 1:2-6. This conquest, commanded by God, was marked by wars and conflicts with the native Canaanite tribes. Joshua 21:43-45 summarizes the fulfillment of God's promise. "So the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to give their ancestors, and they took possession of it and settled there. The Lord gave them rest on every side, just as he had sworn to their ancestors. Not one of their enemies withstood them. The Lord gave all their enemies into their hands. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Everyone was fulfilled." Joshua 21:43-45 NIV. However, the Israelites' hold on the land was tenuous. Throughout the books of Judges and Kings, we see Israel repeatedly falling into sin, being conquered by neighboring tribes, and experiencing cycles of repentance and deliverance. The division of the United Kingdom of Israel after Solomon's reign into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah further weakened their hold on the land. 1 Kings 12. The Bible records that due to their continued disobedience, God allowed the Israelites to be conquered and exiled. The northern kingdom of Israel was conquered by the Assyrians in 722 BC, leading to the scattering of the 10 tribes of Israel, 2 Kings 17:5-6. The southern kingdom of Judah was later conquered by the Babylonians in 586 BC, leading to the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem and the exile of the Jewish people to Babylon, 2 Kings 25:8-11. The Babylonian exile marked a significant disintegration of the Israelite nation. Although a remnant returned to Jerusalem under Persian rule and rebuilt the temple, Ezra 1:1-4, the Jewish people were scattered across the ancient world, and their land was occupied by various empires, including the Persians, Greeks, and Romans. The rebirth of the modern state of Israel in 1948 is often seen by many as a fulfillment of biblical prophecies. The Bible foretells the return of the Jewish people to their homeland after being scattered among the nations. In Ezekiel 36:24, God promises, "For I will take you out of the nations, I will gather you from all the countries and bring you back into your own land." Ezekiel 36:24 NIV. After centuries of diaspora and persecution, including the horrors of the Holocaust, the Jewish people returned to the land of Israel, and the State of Israel was established on May 14, 1948. This event was seen by many as the fulfillment of God's promise to restore Israel. However, the establishment of Israel also marked the beginning of a new phase in the conflict. The establishment of Israel was met with immediate conflict. The Arab nations surrounding Israel, including Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Iraq, launched a war against the new state, leading to the First Arab-Israeli War, 1948 to 1949. The war ended with an armistice, but no peace treaty was signed, leaving the status of the Palestinian territories unresolved. The Six-Day War of 1967 further complicated the situation, with Israel capturing the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem. These territories, home to a large Palestinian population, have since been a central point of contention. The Palestinians, largely descended from the native peoples of Canaan and those who had converted to Islam during the Arab conquests, view these lands as rightfully theirs, leading to ongoing conflict with the Israeli state. According to the Bible, the conflict over the land of Israel is not merely a political or territorial issue, but a spiritual one. The Bible suggests that this conflict will continue until the end times. In Zechariah 12:2-3, God speaks of Jerusalem as a burdensome stone for all nations. I am going to make Jerusalem a cup that sends all the surrounding peoples reeling. Judah will be besieged as well as Jerusalem. On that day, when all the nations of the earth are gathered against her, I will make Jerusalem an immovable rock for all the nations. All who try to move it will injure themselves. Zechariah 12:2-3 NIV. The Bible also speaks of a future war, known as the Battle of Armageddon, where the nations of the world will come against Israel. Revelation 16:16. According to Prophesy, this conflict will continue until the return of the Messiah, who will bring peace to the region. Zechariah 14:1-4. 1. The Gaza conflict, a modern reflection of ancient strife. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine, particularly in Gaza, is a modern manifestation of this ancient strife. The Gaza Strip, a narrow piece of land along the Mediterranean coast, has been a flashpoint of conflict between Israel and Palestinian groups, particularly Hamas, which controls Gaza. The repeated cycles of violence, ceasefires and failed peace talks are reflective of the deep-rooted historical and spiritual tensions between the two peoples. The Bible's narrative suggests that this conflict, rooted in the ancient disputes between the descendants of Isaac and Ishmael, will not be easily resolved. The land of Israel, promised to Abraham's descendants, remains a source of contention, and according to biblical prophecy, this struggle will persist until the end of days. The Israel-Palestine conflict, as seen through the lens of the Bible, is not merely a political or territorial dispute, but a continuation of an ancient struggle that began with Abraham's descendants. The Bible provides a chronology of this conflict, from the covenant with Abraham to the conquest of Canaan, the scattering of Israel, the rebirth of the Jewish state, and the ongoing disputes over the land. According to biblical prophecy, this conflict will continue for centuries, with Jerusalem remaining a focal point of tension until the return of the Messiah. As we witness the ongoing violence in Gaza and the broader Israel-Palestine conflict, it becomes evident that the roots of this struggle run deep, and its resolution may lie beyond human efforts, as foretold in the ancient scriptures. If you find this video informative, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more of related content.